Hello and welcome to 7th grade art. I am Mrs. Beulah and I have the pleasure of teaching your children art this year. Before we get started, I'm going to share a little bit about myself. This is my 14th year teaching art and my 9th year here at JFK Middle School. My background, I have my Bachelor's of Arts in Digital Arts from UMBC and my Master's of Art in Art Education from Hofstra. After college, I worked for a couple of years as a graphic designer before making the decision to go into education. So I have two children of my own, my two daughters, Avery, who's 6, and Reese, who is 3. And artistically, my favorite art material to use are colored pencils. I like to do pet portraits for friends and family. And my claim to fame is in May, Newsday did a feature on sidewalk chalk during the quarantine, and I had some of my artwork and a little write-up featured in there. Okay, so this year, if you need to contact me for anything, the easiest way and the most direct way would be to email me. I have 2 different email addresses, both listed here, and I update the JFK Art Studio Instagram fairly regularly. I'll post pictures of the students working and also of completed work. So if you have Instagram, please check that out. You'll see some really beautiful, interesting things. If you would prefer to speak to me on the phone, again, the quickest way would be to email me that information and I'll call you back. It's a little more direct than leaving a phone message in the office. I'll get it a lot quicker that way. The materials that we need this year for class, all students, virtual and in-person, should be prepared every day with a pencil and eraser to use. We create all of our art in pencil. Black Sharpie, I prefer a thick and a thin one, and a ruler. If you are a virtual artist, I also ask that at home you have colored pencils, 12 count or larger, and markers, an 8-pack or larger. I will be trying to send home as many of the supplies as necessary for assignments, but there are some times that they're going to need to color things in or use the colored pencils or markers for different things. Google Classroom is the home base for everything, for all of our classroom materials and for the communication about assignments. So in there, all assignments and projects are organized under the classwork tab, and that's where they'll be turned in. We spent the first week talking about and practicing photographing our artwork and also how to upload it. So the easiest, most direct way is to download the Google Classroom app for your phone. And whatever phone you take the photo on, you can just upload it there in a matter of 1 or 2 steps. If not, if the student has an email to them, we also discussed and practiced how to upload it from their Chromebooks. Students are going to be receiving their grades on their work and also their comments within there to view. Each project is going to be organized under a topic, and there are going to be directions, vocabulary, demonstration videos, so that no matter whether they're in person or virtual, or if they're absent that day, or if they're ready to move ahead before some others, everything is in there so that we can really work individually on our assignments and that we can refer back to anything that we might need to. Now, some of the work that we're going to do this year, we just started working on our animal drawings, where we're going to be focusing on value and texture through the use of different drawing pencils. So students are going to learn how to identify different drawing pencils and when they would be appropriate to use. And they'll be creating a black and white, as realistic as possible, drawing of an animal that they chose. We are going to focus on proportion and form of the human figure, practicing different types of sketching, and also creating a drawing of a person in correct proportions. We are going to look at Vincent van Gogh and create some work inspired by him, focusing on color, movement, line, and some expression. And we're going to create a piece of abstract art, applying all of our elements of art. focusing mainly on color, line, and shape, among other things. So even though that this year has a different look to it as far as what the art room looks like versus what it traditionally looks like, we're going to be creating art as keeping that experience as authentic as possible to a studio art experience. And I'm really trying to give the students a break from working on their Chromebooks as much and getting back to using their hands and their creativity. The art show, I know several of you had questions on the parent contact form in the beginning about if there was going to be an art show. My fingers are crossed and my toes are crossed, and we are hoping that we'll be able to have that event this spring. If it is able to happen, we will be sending details out, and every student will have work displayed. So if you can cross your fingers and hope that all goes well. And then I'm just going to end with what I say to the kids on a daily basis. Together, we're going to support each other through this. We're going to be patient. I'm going to be patient with them. I'm going to ask for that same patience back. We're learning to navigate new systems together. We're going to work through our challenges. We're going to adapt as things change. And most importantly, we're going to make this year amazing. I hope that you have a wonderful night. And if ever you have any questions, please reach out to me. I look forward to hearing from you.